and welcome back to Expresso on SABC3 on this Tuesday morning. Now, we're very honoured to have with us this morning in our studio Alderman Patricia de Lille, the Mayor of Cape Town, who's here to share some of her memories and her fondest memories of Tata Madiba. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We understand that you've been very, very busy, and so to take some time out of your busy schedule, we really appreciate that.
Thank you, Khatlugo.
Now, it's been said that Tata Madiba is like the Moses of South Africa who led his people to the promised land. How did you first get to meeting Madiba? Do you remember your first encounter with him?
My first encounter was about 2 weeks after Tata's release from Robben Island. And there was a special meeting held at Archbishop Tutu's residence in Bishop's Court to discuss the black-on-black violence in KwaZulu-Natal. And he called all the leaders together, and Archbishop facilitated the meeting. And then he walked in, you know, this tall man, and just, you know, we all looked up to him. And he walked in the room and he greeted each and every one of us. Wow. And when he got to me, he said, "I heard so many things about you." And he gave me a hug and a kiss on this side and a kiss on that side. And then thereafter, I had to pinch myself. Am I really sitting with him in the same room?
That's incredible.
And I tell you, within 10 minutes, you know, you feel comfortable. You know, he just took lead of that meeting and give leadership. And you know, I felt that was so missing in our country. Yeah.
Tell me about how, because I mean, in the years to come, you then got to work very closely with him. How did he kind of guide your life and in the way that you see leadership right now?
You know, I was at the World Trade Center negotiating a new settlement for our country. And I was very bitter, very angry. I couldn't get used to sitting around the same table with the people that oppressed us for so many years. They were sitting on that side, we were sitting on this side. But when I saw how Madiba handled it, you know, how he rose above his own feelings. I mean, a man who's been in jail for so long and who has forgiven people. I said, who am I? So I also learned to become more tolerant. So really my tolerance today came from that era when it was so difficult to forgive and forget. Yeah.
And I mean, it's been said over and over that his leadership and his humility, as you've stated, really just transcended the borders of humanity, of what we know as being those borders. What do you most admire about the man that is Tata Madiba?
You know, the uncertainty during the negotiations, the violence, you know, remember Boipatonga took place. And every time he came and he spoke, he gave us hope. You know, he came in and, you know, sometimes even when we differ, he forced us to compromise on some key issues. And he used to say to all of us, it's not about you, it's not about me, it's about our country. Our people are dying out there. And that leadership really took us through a very, very difficult negotiating period. But even his first speech in Parliament, now you're sitting here as part of the system, you always fought against the system. Now we're all members of Parliament. So we're sitting in this big chamber, and so, you know, he walked in, and we're all uncertain, fragile peace out there, very difficult time for our country. But I tell you, after he spoke, he gave us confidence to carry on and said, it's just the beginning. We're over the first hurdle. You know, we've got one person, one vote now. Now the real work is only beginning. So true, so true. And I mean, the system that you were fighting against then soon or later became the constitution that you became a part of forming in 1994 as well, as part of that delegation. Tell me, how, in your view, how important is it to uphold that constitution, and how do we go forward carrying his legacy forward within this as well? As we are mourning Tata Madiba now, it's also a good time to start remembering, remember what he did for us. Now, we received a number of gifts from Mandela. He gave us freedom, he gave us dignity, he gave us justice, but above all, the new constitution. Now, what the task for us after this new constitution emerged after a very sad past is to make that a living document, is to claim those rights in the Constitution. And therefore today it's the highest law in our country. Sometimes I'm a bit concerned when it seems that, you know, the drafters of the Constitution is not so sure that we should implement it. You know, the Constitution has become more democratic than the drafters of the Constitution. And that's where you need leadership at that point, because it's one of the best in the world. But it will be meaningless if it's just rights on paper. We as the leaders of this country must make sure that the people claim those rights, that they taste the fruits of our new democracy, not just a few. So that's the value of the Constitution. We're all equal now. We're all equal before the law.
Is there something that you think you'll miss most about him? Because I think we all have our own little memories. I remember watching a clip of him the other day saying that he was told that he was in retirement and he didn't know it. So he was choosing to retire from retirement. And there's been,
I remember that.
The Madiba Jaya that we've all tried to emulate at some point in life. I mean, look at that.
Yes.
I think everyone, there's like about 10,000 different versions of it. Arms going higher. What are you going to miss most about the man that is Tata Nelson Mandela?
You know, Tata Madiba used to phone me every year on my birthday. I used to walk around with my phone knowing that call was going to come.
Wow.
And even in his busy schedule. But I also, you know, my fondest memory of him is that he called me his favorite opposition politician. You know, he used to laugh in Parliament because I could never attack him. I could never say anything bad about Tata, but I separated Tata from the ANC. So when I wanted to fight with the ANC, I'll fight the ANC and I will not include Tata Madiba.
That is absolutely brilliant, and how amazing of you to just come in and share these memories with us. Thank you so much, Mayor Patricia de Lille. We really appreciate it. And
thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Good luck in this busy time. I will be coming to come and claim my citizenship, as you said.
And you must come tomorrow too.
Definitely
all of you are invited.
Thank you so much.
And God bless.
Alderman Patricia de Lille, the Mayor of Cape Town. So good of her to come and join us this morning and share those fond memories, giving us a reason to smile this